Imagine walking into a room and immediately understanding everyone's intentions without saying a single word. No gimmicks, no manipulations, just pure awareness. This is a skill the ancient Stoics mastered, and today you can too. In this video, I'll reveal how Stoicism, often known for its focus on inner peace, can also teach you how to read people like an open book. Not through mind games or manipulation, but through deep observation, emotional intelligence, and an understanding of human nature. This isn't about controlling others. It's about gaining powerful insights into their true selves by honing your ability to observe the subtle cues, their body language, their emotional states, and even the things they don't say. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with key Stoic techniques to perceive the unspoken, making you more aware and in tune with the world around you. Ready to unlock this ancient wisdom? Let's dive in. The Stoic concept of observation. The Stoics believed that one of the most powerful tools for understanding others is observation, free from emotional interference or personal bias. By practicing detachment, Stoics cultivated the ability to perceive the true nature of situations and people without being clouded by their own judgments. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius often reflected on human behavior, noting that by observing others, one could learn valuable lessons about virtue, vice, and the motivations that drive people. This concept wasn't about manipulation, but about cultivating a clearer understanding of human nature. For the Stoics, keen observation was key to navigating life's challenges, and it required stepping back from emotional reactions. They knew that the more detached you were, the better you could observe others as they truly were, not as you wanted or feared them to be. Marcus Aurelius and the art of observation. Marcus Aurelius, as a Roman emperor, faced constant challenges, especially in navigating the complex and often dangerous dynamics of the imperial court. Yet despite being surrounded by individuals with hidden agendas, he managed to maintain control and make wise decisions. His secret? The art of detached observation. Rather than getting caught up in court politics or reacting impulsively to flattery or betrayal, Marcus took a step back. He quietly observed the motives and behaviors of those around him, carefully studying their actions to anticipate their moves. This allowed him to stay one step ahead, seeing through false alliances and avoiding political traps. His ability to observe without personal bias helped him navigate the court's intricacies with wisdom and calm, never letting emotions cloud his judgment. Enhancing emotional intelligence. By practicing Stoic detachment, you too can sharpen your emotional intelligence. The more you train yourself to stop reacting emotionally, the more clearly you'll see others. People often communicate their true emotions and intentions through subtle cues like body language, tone of voice, and micro-expressions, things that are easily missed when we're too absorbed in our own reactions. To enhance your emotional intelligence, try observing people with an open, calm mind. Instead of jumping to conclusions or letting emotions take over, focus on the details. This will allow you to better understand the underlying motivations of others. Be present and detached. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the practice of being fully present while maintaining emotional detachment. This allows you to engage in the moment without projecting your own feelings or desires onto the situation. By cultivating this detachment, you gain the ability to observe others with clarity and insight. To apply this in your daily interactions, start by consciously focusing on the person you are speaking with. Pay attention to their body language, micro-expressions, and tone of voice, rather than just the words they are saying. For instance, if a friend says they're fine, but their shoulders are slumped and they avoid eye contact, you might sense that something deeper is troubling them. make it a habit to ask open-ended questions that encourage them to express more than just surface-level thoughts. This not only helps you practice being present, but also gives you the chance to observe the subtleties in their responses. The more you focus on these details, the more you'll enhance your ability to read others accurately and understand their true feelings. Look for subtle cues. Stoicism teaches the importance of looking beyond the surface in human interactions. A Stoic master doesn't merely listen to spoken words. They also pay keen attention to facial expressions, hand movements, and even pauses in conversation. These subtle cues can provide valuable insight into what a person is genuinely feeling or thinking. To enhance your observation skills, practice identifying incongruences between what people say and how they present themselves physically. For instance, if someone confidently declares they are excited about a new project, but their arms are crossed and their voice lacks enthusiasm, you may want to explore their true feelings further. Another tip is to observe the dynamics of a group interaction. Notice how individuals react to each other's comments and body language. Is someone consistently withdrawing from the conversation? Are there shifts in energy when certain topics arise? These observations can reveal underlying tensions or unspoken conflicts, equipping you with a deeper understanding of the social dynamics at play, the Stoic and the subtle lie. Consider the story of a Stoic philosopher named Lucius, who was attending a gathering where a colleague claimed to have completed a challenging project. While his words were filled with confidence, Lucius noticed his colleague's nervous hand movements and a fleeting glance away. Instead of confronting him directly, Lucius made a mental note of these signs. Later, when the project was scrutinized, it became evident that the colleague had indeed exaggerated. Lucius's keen observation allowed him to discern the truth without confrontation, showcasing how Stoic principles enable one to detect dishonesty subtly and wisely. Detach from assumptions. Stoicism teaches the importance of avoiding hasty conclusions and judgments about others. By practicing detachment from assumptions, you allow yourself to gather information and insights more objectively. The Stoics believed that making premature judgments clouds your understanding and prevents you from grasping the true motivations of those around you. For example, imagine a business meeting where a colleague seems to agree with every point made, but you sense an underlying tension. Instead of assuming they genuinely support the ideas presented, a Stoic would recognize this behavior as a potential effort to avoid conflict. By withholding judgment, you create space to ask clarifying questions. This approach not only encourages deeper dialogue but also fosters a more open environment where genuine motivations can surface. You might ask, "What are your thoughts on the direction we're taking?" This inquiry not only reveals their true feelings, but also allows for a more honest exchange of ideas, creating a richer understanding of the group's dynamics. Seneca's encounter with deception. An illustrative example of Stoic awareness can be seen in the life of Seneca, the renowned Roman philosopher and statesman. One day, he encountered a scheming politician known for his silver tongue and insincere flattery. This politician sought to gain favor with Seneca by praising his work and offering false compliments, hoping to manipulate him into supporting a questionable political agenda. However, through his Stoic training, Seneca was able to see beyond the flattering words. He observed the man's eager demeanor and noted the discrepancies between his words and body language. Recognizing the underlying ambition driving the politician's behavior, Seneca remained calm and composed. Rather than reacting defensively or engaging in the deception, he chose to respond wisely. With a measured tone, Seneca said, "Flattery does not sway me. I seek truth and virtue above all." This statement not only revealed his awareness of the deception, but also positioned him as someone who valued integrity over empty words. By applying Stoic principles, Seneca navigated the encounter skillfully, demonstrating that understanding motivations is about observing behaviors, asking the right questions, and maintaining a commitment to truth in all interactions. Control your reactions. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of not only observing others, but also mastering your own emotional responses. When you accurately perceive someone's feelings or intentions, it can trigger an emotional reaction within you. However, the essence of Stoicism is to remain calm, grounded, and focused on how you choose to respond. For instance, if a colleague expresses anger or frustration during a meeting, the instinct might be to mirror that emotion or defend yourself. Instead, practice non-reactivity by taking a step back to reflect on their state of mind. Recognize that their anger likely stems from their own struggles and is not a personal attack on you. By acknowledging this, you maintain control over your emotions, avoiding an escalation of the situation. You can respond with empathy, saying something like, "I see this is important to you, let's discuss it further." This not only helps you stay grounded, but also fosters a more constructive dialogue, practical steps to stay grounded. To cultivate emotional grounding in your daily life, integrate several Stoic practices into your routine. Start with deep breathing exercises. Before reacting to a situation, pause for a moment, inhale deeply, and exhale slowly. This simple act can create a space for clarity and help center your thoughts. Next, engage in reflection. Ask yourself, is this situation within my control? This question shifts your focus inward and encourages you to evaluate your response rather than getting caught up in external chaos. When faced with heated conversations or stressful interactions, remind yourself that you have the power to choose your reaction. Additionally, establish an inner dialogue. Use affirmations like, "I am in control of my emotions," or "I choose to respond with understanding." These phrases reinforce your commitment to remaining grounded. By consistently applying these techniques, вы найдете проще ориентироваться в сложных ситуациях, не поддаваясь эмоциям. The next time you're in a heated discussion, practice these methods to keep your emotions in check, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Empathy through Stoic observation. Applying Stoic principles to interpersonal relationships can significantly enhance your capacity for empathy. When you engage in true observation, you learn to recognize and understand the underlying emotions that drive people's behavior. This understanding goes beyond mere words. It taps into the pain, desires, and fears that often remain unspoken. Stoic observation fosters a deeper connection, allowing you to be present for others in a more meaningful way. For example, if a friend appears distant or withdrawn, rather than pressuring them to share their feelings, take a moment to observe their behavior. Are they avoiding eye contact? Is their body language tense? This quiet awareness gives you insight into what they might be experiencing without requiring them to vocalize it. By acknowledging their emotional state through observation, you can offer your support in a way that feels natural to them, whether it's through a comforting gesture or simply being there in silence. This approach not only strengthens your relationship, but also fosters a sense of trust and understanding. Epictetus's teaching on human behavior. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, often emphasized the importance of calm, detached observation in understanding human behavior. One day he gathered his students to discuss the nuances of empathy and human connection. He shared a story about a time he encountered a distressed individual in the marketplace. Instead of rushing to offer unsolicited advice or intervention, Epictetus chose to observe the person's body language and facial expressions. He noted how their clenched fists and furrowed brow revealed a struggle within, long before any words were exchanged. True understanding, he said, comes from remaining composed and allowing others to reveal themselves to us. Through this experience, he taught his students that genuine empathy is cultivated through the art of observation. By being present and attentive, we can uncover the layers of emotion that individuals often hide. Epictetus believed that this practice not only deepens our connections, but also enriches our lives, allowing us to respond to others with compassion and wisdom. His teachings remind us that, in relationships, it's not just about what is said, but also about what is felt and observed in silence. In conclusion, the ability to read people without them knowing is not rooted in manipulation or mind games. It stems from keen observation, heightened emotional intelligence, and a steadfast commitment to your own Stoic practice. By embracing the core principles of Stoicism, you learn to detach your personal biases and emotions from your observations, allowing you to perceive the true essence of those around you. Moreover, the Stoic emphasis on non-reactivity is essential in this journey. By concentrating on what you can control, your actions, reactions, and mindset, you naturally become more attuned to the emotions and intentions of others. This awareness not only enhances your interpersonal relationships, but also fosters a deeper understanding of yourself. So, if you're eager to master the art of Stoic observation and unlock the insights it can bring, subscribe now. Dive deeper into this powerful philosophy that will transform how you relate to others and enrich your understanding of your own mind and heart. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and watch as your interactions become more profound and meaningful.